Good morning, sewing friends. So let's talk 30 by 30 capsule wardrobe. I've been doing one all month. It's a 30 by 30 challenge, and I've been trying to do it with almost all me mates. Not everything, but almost all. And I want to talk a little bit about my outfit today. So I have on the Christine Jonson. This is the slit skirt and pencil skirt. It is a print pattern. It is made 100% entirely in knit. This is a double knit. It has a yoga waistband with no elastic. The negative ease and the stretch of this band keeps this up, and it is super, super comfortable. Now, I did switch the slit to the front by cutting the front not on the fold. So there's a back slit, and I cut the back on the fold to keep that solid. But I actually switched those two, and I didn't switch the pattern pieces. I just switched how I did the slit. So I used the slit instructions. I just cut the front on with a seam allowance instead to do that. Super easy to make. This is a beginner level pattern. The midi skirt with the front slit is very in right now. I love this. I usually wear it with my Wixton unfolding jacket and like a cropped sort of, shorter top underneath it. But I wore this as an election supervisor a week ago. Was it just a week ago? It was a week ago. I'm an election supervisor at a precinct. So I wore this skirt, and I wore a knit moto jacket, and then I wore a short sleeve cropped linen top. And it was, when I say cropped, ladies and gents, I guess, I'm talking cropped, okay? Not cropped like my teenager, but cropped, okay? Just waist or high, high hip kind of thing. That's cropped for me. So I wore a little bit of a crop top, and I wore it with my black moto jacket. Today, I'm going to be wearing it though with my, when it's colder out, my Megan Nielsen Hovea jacket. Okay, nice big quilted coat. But I have to share with you guys, I used vintage, someone else's stash fabric, and the whole lining on the inside just ripped, like not on the seam line. So I'll have to fix this, and I'm going to have to fix it using like a piece of fabric on the inside and then some stitch witchery, and then iron the whole thing on top, and then maybe do some stitching, because this is actually, like, this whole lining is bagged. So I don't want to take this out to replace this thing. Oh my gosh, no. So hopefully I won't have any more blowouts of this fabric. It's so the risk sometimes with using vintage fabric, you just don't know like the quality of it, and it seemed pretty heavyweight, but you just never know. Sometimes things like that happen. We adapt. But I have one or two other projects that I'm going to make, and I've given myself a little leeway with the 30 by 30 to say, hey, if I want to make something and add it into my wardrobe, I'm okay to do that, okay? So the first piece that I've already done and cut out, my local fabric store is doing the Emerson from True Bias. Close there with the Emerson. So it has a flat front elastic waist, front pleats / pockets, back elastic, and two rises, a medium rise and a high rise. So you can choose. It also comes in shorts too, and I love this. I love this pattern. I've made it before, and I am going to be making it in this beautiful whiskey colored corduroy baby whale cord. You can see this is the waistband. I've already interfaced it. So isn't that beautiful? It'll also look really nice with this too when I'm done. Yep. So that's really beautiful. So that's my next piece. And then after that, I have chosen the new look 6768. This is for those of you who know, this is the Mimi G cape. Mimi G made this 3 times. She made it last time, I think just recently, but she started making it in 2011. This is a re-release because I think it used to be a Vogue pattern, and now it's a new look. It is unlined, and I'm going to be choosing a fleece in red. I'm going to be choosing this longer version in red fleece, which I'll show you. I pulled this up out of my stash. This is grid fleece, so this is one side and then this is the other. And I think this might be like a second or something, but normally you keep the grid next to your skin for wicking properties, but I might use the grid on the outside. I don't know. I just have to wait and see. It should wick on both sides, but we'll just have to wait and see. So I'm going to be making it out of that. Also, looks really nice with this and maybe a pair of jeans, or one of my other black pants that I have as part of my capsule. So I'm allowed to add things in. Now there's one more piece that I'm going to be adding in, and it's from the Sew News edition from fall. I'll post a picture up here, but it's also on my blog post for my 30 by 30 capsule, and it is a pair of wide leg, elastic waist, faux leather pants. Yes, my friends, faux leather pants. Super on trend right now. I wanted to make something that was going to be comfortable. I don't wear a lot of pleather skirts anymore. It's just almost like too fancy. And I have two. One is real leather, buttery soft. It's just gorgeous. Vintage. I probably will be cutting that down and making a bag out of it. And the other one I have is pleather. It's just too small for me. I'm going to give that away, gift it to somebody else. But I think the key thing with adding these pieces into your 30 by 30 capsule is it's giving me an opportunity to say, yes, I have these 30 pieces. But if I want to add something more, I'm going to add it using stash and not fast fashion. And I think that's really the most important lesson that I'm giving myself from this 30 by 30 capsule, because it's getting really boring at this point. I don't want to say boring. I mean, that sounds terrible. Like, who's ever going to want to do a 30 by 30 capsule? Nobody. It's not boring. It's just that you have to consciously think about what you're going to wear next together. I would never, for instance, have paired these two items together. And that's one of the things I'm really grateful for the capsule wardrobe, is for me pairing things together that I wouldn't have thought of. So it's been really good for that. But at this point, I'm getting up going, I really would like to wear the denim version of this slit skirt today, but I really can't because it's not part of my capsule. So if I'm adding things in, and the three pieces that I'm going to have at the end of the month are going to be the Megan Nielsen Hovea, which you've seen, the Emerson corduroys, which I just showed you, that are cut and ready to sew, the new look cape, and then my bonus fourth piece is going to be those pleather pants. I have to do some pattern alterations. I'm using a Sew News pattern, but a basic elastic waist pattern that you make wider at the hem. Cropped pant that you make wider at the hem is what I'm going for there. And it's in the Sew News edition. I think it's from fall. You can get it online if you don't have it. I don't think you can get it in the stores anymore because their winter issues up. You can definitely get it online. You can go to Sew Daily. They might even have it there as well. So those are the pieces that I'm adding into my fall wardrobe for this capsule, which ends for me on the 27th of November, because I started on the 27th of October. I started on the Monday. And I'll be ending on Monday as well, so just after Thanksgiving. So stay tuned and see how I bring all this stuff together for Thanksgiving, because, we're going to just be sitting around eating turkey and going for hikes, right? So I'll be bringing in some of my hiking clothes again, which you'll see again, and I'll be bringing in some comfortable, cozy things for Thanksgiving. I won't be wearing skirts or anything like that because I'm just hanging out with family. So that's my 30 by 30 me-made capsule for fall and winter. I'll have details on all these patterns in a blog at sewparadise.com. And you can go ahead and check that out. There's a 30 by 30 capsule already up there, and I'm adding things as I wear them and take pictures, because it's fun to see all the creative ways that you can put together garments in your wardrobe that you haven't thought of because you forced yourself to do this. And that's the whole exercise of the 30 by 30 capsule. I have a lot more than 30 garments in my wardrobe, and so do you. And I don't need to acquire any more, and probably neither do you. But one of the things that I've had to do with sewing is partially because of my age. I've gained some postmenopausal weight, especially around the middle. I've had to introduce more pants and skirts to my wardrobe simply because my other ones just didn't fit. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no size tag on the inside of the skirt and it fits great. There's no size tag on any of the other stuff that I've made and they fit great. They fit me. They're size me. And that's perfectly okay. Yes, I still work out. Yes, I still work out every day. Yes, I lift weights. I walk my dog. I do yoga. I eat healthy, but menopause is just a thing, and I'm dealing with it through sewing. I also have a blog post about that as well if you want to know about midlife, mid-size sewing, because it really has transformed and made a difference in how I think about myself. All the things I have fit because I've made them myself. So that's my 30 by 30 capsule, friends. I will go ahead and post links to all of these patterns in the blog so you have them, and you can see as I add on to my capsule, maybe we get to 32 or 33 pieces. We'll see by the end of the month. Right now I'm at 31 with that Megan Nielsen Hovea, and I'm hoping to get a couple more added in there before the end.